Well, here with me today is Kheireddine Kamal, or KK, as makes it easier, easier from Domo. So absolutely delighted to have you with me, KK. How are you? Whereabouts are you?
Likewise, thank you, Heather. I'm in Paris at the moment. Yes, it might be a little bit sunny here, but yes, we're still in Paris. I know.
Well, that is very nice. I have this huge benefit of being able to talk to people from all around the world, and it's a great pleasure to be speaking with you. And congratulations
Likewise.
on your finalist position with the VR Tech Awards. This is the
Yeah.
third year that I've been doing this, interviewing the finalists. In fact, we talked. I talked through with Vanessa back in July, and we talked through every one of the entrants, and it was a packed field this year. So congratulations
Thank you so much.
to the final. So tell me a little bit about what got you into this.
So yes, thank you, Heather. Hi, everyone. So I am the founder and CEO of Domo, but as for the background, then it's probably going to give you a better idea and a better image of who I am. I got in the short-term industry with my family, actually, as I'm originally from Morocco, and we had a property in Marrakesh, which was absolutely not used all year round. And I was just wondering how we could make money out of it a few years ago. That's how I started putting my first home on Airbnb, which was our own property. So that's how I got into it, let's say, on a personal level. And then in Paris, I met two business partners, and that we used to do the same. They used to do luxury homes for short-term rentals with hotel services for the clients. So they were in between Airbnb and obviously hotels. And I brought my property on the website. We decided to partner, and that's how we launched the company initially. At the time, it was about 6 years ago, which we developed in France initially, Morocco, obviously. We expanded in Europe, and then after 2.5 years, we have been acquired by Accor Hotel, which is one of the largest hotel group in the world. And we merged with another company that is called One Fine Stay, that you guys are probably very familiar with. And that's how I got there and started expanding the brand for Accor and One Fine Stay in APAC. So I moved to Australia, which is quite different from Paris, I have to admit, which is not bad. And I was basically taking care of, the implementation of the brand in Australia, New Zealand, and other different regions there in Asia as well.
Well, it's certainly getting you around. So that's what I got what it is that inspired you to create the platform. So tell us a little bit about it. What is Domo? What does it do? I understand for many owners and managers, and particularly myself, I have a property management company. We could not possibly use this sort of platform because I've got one property that's 5 hours one way, and we're not urban. Is it essentially an urban platform?
So initially what happened is that at the time when I was to be at One Fine Stay, because I'm not there anymore, and that's how we launched Domo with the previous CTO of One Fine Stay, actually, is that we encountered one of the major problems as a property manager on a global way, is that we could not deliver the, I would say, level of service that our guests were expecting, let's say in 2020, right? And when I mean the level of service is obviously the digital access of the service for the guests when they were in stay, right? So imagine yourself, you're walking in a property, and most of the time you have property managers doing a fantastic job presenting things in a leaflet or telling you, here's what you can do, please call us, etc., etc. So the idea of Domo came up at the time, and we thought, okay, how can we deliver that experience in a seamless manner, but at the same time trying to take away all the pain points for the property manager when it came to services, but at the same time bringing them revenue. So yes, it is initially launched in urban destinations, because this is where you have obviously a concentration of services for the guests and the area where we operate. So we initially launched in Paris, and Domo is basically a technology that can be embedded in tablets or in TV interfaces, and that would give access to the guest to concierge services that the property manager is going to be able to offer, and as well as entertainment services so that they can enjoy their streaming, video, music, whatsoever while they're in the property.
So it sounds to me like, if you go to a luxury hotel and you have the concierge desk in the lobby, but this is the concierge that you have on your tablet and as a
Absolutely.
guest. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
what
sorry,
sort
go
of
ahead.
services do are the most popular?
Yeah, because we are also providing. So Domo is not only for property managers; it also serves the hospitality industry, as in the hotels, right? So we are deploying hundreds of rooms in Paris, etc., where we are aiming the same kind of experience. So you walk in that room or in the property, and you have the tablet that says you, "Oh, hey Heather, how you doing today?" So based on the time where you checked in or the time where you're going to interact with the TV or the tablet, that's going to adapt and offer you the services that are going to be around. Let's say you're coming at 12, it's going to be lunchtime. So we're going to advertise with a banner the food that is going to be either in the hotel or in the nearest restaurant that you can basically click and either order to get it delivered to you. But we went further than just advertising, right? I use the word advertising, but it's an end-to-end technology which basically allow any guest to go through the end of the booking process and inserting their credit card details to basically pay for the service,
Mm.
right? So then they have the progress of the order that is coming to them. So that's for food, that could be for massage services, that could be for a spa, it could be to book an activity for a property manager to do biking or a visit of Paris, etc., etc. So we are embedding all of those activities, and the guests can book them directly on the platform.
Yeah, I see that as a huge benefit for a property manager. As a property manager, when we get the constant calls saying, what what can I do? How can I do?
Exactly.
How can I connect with the provider? So you are sort of cutting out the property manager from that process, allowing the guest to seamlessly interact.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly. So this is where you want to lead. I mean, I have been a property manager myself, and I know that my added value is to basically interact with the guest to deliver them a certain service or an information that they may need, but that they couldn't find in an easy way. But of course, at the end of the day, it's still me that is putting all those info and all those services into my platform Domo. So it's a kind of a digital interaction with them, but you can still hit your manager up and ask him a question if you need, right? So we're
Yeah.
not cutting the property manager, we're simplifying their processes because you may know in peak season you have a lot of things to take care of. So that's just a technology that helps you still generate revenue while delivering a cool and digital experience for your guests.
Yep, sounds pretty cool to me. So you made the final three of the VR Tech
Yeah.
Award. How would winning that award benefit you and your company?
Oh, that would be amazing. Well, first of all, the two other companies that are in the final have services that are kind of different from ours, right? But at the end of the day, we're super happy and honored to be at the final. And of course, it's a huge exposure for us, right? So today we're operating in France, but with the COVID-19, we kind of adapted our operations, and we are willing to for 20 at the end of 2020 and 2021 to basically help any property managers that may need Domo in certain areas in Europe, obviously, first to start with, because that's where we're going to be able to kind of deliver it. And we adapted it with a solution that could be exported very easily for even someone that could be in Italy, let's say. And what we've developed is that we adapted the Domo platform into a QR code technology. And hear me out, it's not just something that you scan and you have a picture or a PDF. No. We went a little bit further than that. You scan a QR code and you have exactly the same platform of Domo, but on your own device, so that people can still go within properties, but have the safety and protocols that they may want, and still have the same level of service on their own device.
Mm-hmm. This sounds great. I love every year I'm hearing new products, new platforms, and it is so exciting to see how our business is advancing. So you mentioned COVID. Obviously, Vacation Rental World Summit is not going to be in
Right.
Florence, where I was a couple of years ago, and where were we? Gosh, Como last year.
Como, yeah.
Yes, and it
And this
should
year
have
was Annecy, right?
been.
It was supposed to be in France. Yeah.
This year. Yeah, so we are going to be watching virtually. So I will be watching on the day to
Likewise.
not quite in the beautiful environment that it was last year in Como, but
Right.
we will do our best to support you and the other competitors. So, how can people, when they're hearing this, first of all, they need to go and register for the Vacation Rental World Summit to go
That's
and
right.
cast their votes.
Mhm.
But if there are people who aren't going to be there, how can they get in touch with you and hear more about Domo?
So there's going to be obviously a link. I believe that is going to be under this video where I could either put my email or my LinkedIn. But at the same time, when people are watching this, they can simply contact us with contact@domo.ki. So that's the email address, contact, contact, at domo.ki. And we'll be happy to help or to assist in any way possible for any reach
Yeah,
that people may inquire about.
as you say, KK, the link will be under the video here. If you're listening on the podcast, then you will be able to go to the show notes and find the
That's right.
information on how to connect. I just like to
Absolutely.
thank you for joining me from
Thank
Paris
you so much.
today,
Yeah. Thank you, Heather.
and I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more about you and Domo in the future.
I hope. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.